Hello everyone, I'm Darren and my teammate is Dijun Chen. So we are the student from Thai UMT Johor branch and we are studying in Diploma in Information Technology. So today we have to present the AACS2034 Fundamental of Computer Network assignment. So this is our table of content, means that we have to talk about the introduction, addressing design, addressing table, network configuration, pin connectivity and the digital resource. So first is the introduction. We have designing a local area network for a small 2 meter size organization called Media Wave Broadcasters. And in this organization, they have three locations, which is location A, B, and C. And in the location A, they have three departments, which is administration department, newsroom department, and the production department. In the location B, they also have a three department, which is marketing department, human resource department, and the engineering department. And the last location is location C. In this location, they just only have one department, which is International News Department. Next, in the location A, they have three floors, which is ground floor, first floor, and the second floor. The production department is in the ground floor, and the newsroom department is in the first floor, and the administration department is in the second floor. And location B, the human resource department is in the ground floor, and the marketing department is in the first floor. The location C has just one department, which is International News Department. And besides that, it also have the 500 meters distance between the location A and B, and 200-meter distance in between the location A and C. So this is our network topology. In this network topology, we use the one router to connect to 7 switch. And one switch is connect to 2 PC in each department. And besides that, we use the fiber to make the connection between the router and the switch. And we use the copper thread to make the connection between the switch and PC. Then we use the gigabit external to make the connection between the router and the switch. And use the fast external to make the connection between the switch and PC. Then this is our picture. So first picture is in the router. In the router, we have added the 7 PT router and M1 FGE into the router because can let it to connect to the 7 switch. And the second picture is in the switch. In our switch, we have added the 1 PT switch and M1 FGE to let it can connect to the router, and 2 PT switch and M1 CGE to connect to the 2 PC. So this is our subnetting table. In this table, we have the department, host require after 25% ground, prefix, subnet mask, subnet address, first usable, last usable, broadcast address, and the last is switch need for host. So we can use the class A to calculate the table. For example, we use the administration department in the first row. In this department, the original host required is 450. And the question had mentioned, we have to calculate the future ground. So we can use the 450 to plus 25%. So we can get the answer, which is 563. And next is the prefix. The prefix is equal to 22. It is because the question had mentioned prefix use the classical IP address scheme. So the prefix is equal to this answer. Next, subnet mask. Subnet mask is equal to 255.255.252.0. This is because in the class A, prefix 22 is equal to this answer. So the subnet mask is equal to this answer. Next, subnet address. We know that in the class A, subnet address is equal to 10.0.0.0. So the subnet address is equal to this answer. Next, first usable. First usable is just use the subnet address to plus 1, so we can get the answer. Next, last usable. Last usable is use the subnet address at the next row, which is 10.0.4.0. We can use this answer to minus 1. So we can get a 10.0.3.254, which is the last usable. Next, broadcast address. The broadcast address is just use the last usable to plus 1, so we can get the answer. Last, the switch need for host is use the total host required, which is 563 to device 24. So the answer is equal to 24. So this is all for the subnetting table. And until here, this is all for my part. So let's the Dijun Chen to continue our assignment part. Thank you everyone.
Hi, I'm Dijun Chuan from Taiyuan TDFT Group 2. Now I want to talking about the addressing table. You can see the location, device, interface, IP address, standard mask, and the default gateway. For the router, we no need to set the default gateway. Example, at the administration department, we need to set the IP address 10.0.0.1 and the standard mask 255.255.252.0. For the interface, skip 0/0. For the switch, we need to set the default gateway. For example, the administration department, we need to set the IP address 10.0.0.2 and the standard mask 255.255.252.0 for the VLAN 1. For the end device PC, we need to set the IP address, standard mask, and default gateway. For the AD1, we need to set the 10.0.3.253 with the standard mask 255.255.252.0 and the default gateway 10.0.0.1 for the fast Ethernet 0. Now I want to show how to do the IP configuration. For router 0, set the password for secret password BTY line and the console 0, enable configure terminal, enable secret AACS2034, banner MLTD authorized access only to setting the message of the day banner, line BTY 0 until 50, entering the visual terminal configuration mode, password CRA33, setting password for the visual terminal asset, login, line con 0, entering the console configuration mode for the console line 0, password CRA33, login, and end, copy running config start config to save the configuration. For set the IP address, enable, configure terminal, and enter the interface gigabit ethernet 0/0 until 6/0. We assign the IP address 10.0.0.1 is the IP address, 255.255.252.0 is the standard mask. After assign all the interface, write no shutdown to bring up the interface. For set the hostname, enable, configure terminal, hostname, and the hostname you want to set. For the switch, set the password for secret password BTY line and the console 0 is same with the router. Set IP address and default gateway for the switch 0 is enable, configure terminal, interface VLAN 1, IP address 10.0.0.2, 255.255.252.0 to assign the IP address and the standard mask to VLAN 1. No shutdown to bring out the VLAN 1 interface. And assign the IP default gateway 10.0.0.1 for the IP and 255.255.252.0. This is the example for administration department. Okay, now I want to talk about the pin connectivity. I use AD1 for example. Now I use AD1 to ping to the ND1. And it shows successfully. Now I try to ping to the PD1. And it also successfully. Now I want to talk about the digital resource that we use. For design, we use Cisco Packet Tracer. For the document, we use Microsoft Word. For the presentation, we use Canva and Zoom. For editing, we use Adobe Premiere Pro. The social media that we upload the video is YouTube and the Instagram. Thank you for watching.